I want to go to one of your picks for next year. That is Palantir. Make your case.
Oh, well, we love the name from a defense standpoint. They are the leader in AI and data, with Defense Department approval and usage, and then beyond that, corporate adoption and sovereign adoption. So we think the name continues. It's one of those names, Brian, you can't justify it from a valuation standpoint, just like one of our names in our 6 for 26, Tesla, which you were just talking about. Hard to defend the valuation, but the narrative is quite compelling, and that can drive stocks for a very long time, like it did Amazon for the first 20 years of Amazon's IPO life.
So Nancy, is it more, so when you're looking at a company like Palantir, do you just suspend everything that you've learned on valuation? I mean, I've done the same too when looking at Palantir. I mean, this stock is traded at crazy multiples.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a classically trained value investor. And one of the things that you had to learn as a value investor is when to pivot. And I don't mean it's different this time or change your discipline. You just have to look at things a little bit differently when the earnings are not what they might be based on valuation or at all. In the case of Amazon, I missed the first, 20 years of IPO life for Amazon. And the stock's up 175, 180,000% since the IPO. When was it too late to get in? I mean, we eventually did. We began to understand the world was different in many ways in terms of this is a transformative company. And that's what Palantir is. It's what a number of the names in our 6 for 26 are.
What is the better buy, Nancy, Palantir or Tesla? Or should you have both of these names in your portfolio because they're both strong AI plays?
I mean, if I had to tip the scale, I would say Tesla is probably our favorite, and that's why it's in our 6 for 26. It is the transformative AI leader. It's not just full self-driving, but it's also robotics. And even if you look beyond that in the XAI investment the company is making per shareholder approval, we think all of that is super powerful, and we'd love to get a bite at the space business when they IPO. So I think this is a company that has a vision, and it's the CEO, obviously, unlike any other company that we own.
How much of a factor on Tesla is Elon's $1 trillion pay package? I mean, how do you grade that? Because that could be, even for the world's richest person, that could be something highly motivating.
Well, I think he's internally motivated. If you read Walter Isaacson's biography, he said, Elon said, I'm programmed for war. And that is when he is at his best. He often teeters on the edge of disaster, pulls back just in time, and then delivers on what many thought were ridiculous promises. And sometimes they've not happened in a timely fashion, for sure. But if you look at what he is envisioning, it's not just EVs, obviously. I mean, the car numbers are disappointing, but think of Tesla's EV business to the AI portion of the business, what Apple's handset business was to services in the ecosystem. And so Apple, had many years of underperformance in terms of delivering growth in the handset business, but they were growing the services business at a rapid pace and continue to do so. So we think he is the story. He delivered on the last sort of absurd levels of incentives for the company and is now actually going to get paid for that. It isn't the money for him. I think it's the control.
Nancy, I think people forgot about Amazon. Underperformed this year. I wrote a story yesterday on Yahoo Finance laying out why the stock could rise 50% next year. I got a lot of, let's say, negative feedback on that. Very important. I wasn't making this call. I was just laying out the reasons why it could happen. Am I out of my mind here?
Welcome to the investment business. No, I saw it, and I do agree. I think there are a number, it's been a laggard. They delivered robust earnings. I mean, really a massive earnings beat last quarter. The AWS business is very mature, but still growing at 20%. And they offered this tidbit that I didn't see many people talk about, and that is that October growth in that business was bigger than the whole third quarter. So I wouldn't underestimate them. Trainium is at full capacity and has a backlog. And it's a stock that's trading at a PEG of 1.4 times. If you go back and look at the S&P historically, it's traded at a PEG of 1.5 to 2 times. So I think this company is fairly valued and has the ability to deliver not just robust earnings growth, but free cash flow is going to increase next year to levels we haven't seen in 5 years.
And Nancy, you're in good company because Warren Buffett has also liked Amazon. That brings me on to my next topic. Tomorrow is his last day as CEO. It almost is surreal to see this day finally here, but nothing lasts forever. What have you learned from Warren Buffett's investing career, and what principles have you applied to how you do business?
Perspective, I think, Brian. I mean, I actually, little known fact, I managed a $100 million portfolio for Cologne Reinsurance, which was acquired by Buffett, Berkshire. And so for a year, they kept us on and we managed money for Warren Buffett. I think it was out of the kindness of his heart because we were new. I mean, we generated great returns for the firm, but he has a perspective and I would say that kindness matters in this business. There's a lot of people that are not humble. They don't learn from their mistakes, and they're not the kind of people you want to hang out with, as you saw as a result of your article. He has never engaged in that, and he has been steady at the helm. He has perspective, and when he pivoted to Apple, though we were already in the stock, I thought that was an important moment to pay attention to.
Is that one of the best ways to become a better investor, Nancy, to learn from your mistakes? Not every investment is going to work out.
100%. I have a team of analysts. That's all I talk about with them. And some can't do it. And we had one that recently left, and that was the reason. You have to have the humility to learn from your mistakes and also admit them. If you can't admit them, then you don't learn from them.